Hey guys, hope everyone's doing all right tonight. I'm just doing a live from the house. Tell y'all what's up. Just kind of a surprise thing. Give it a few seconds, see if a couple people get on. I know it's late at night on a Sunday. I know a bunch of you West Coasters are still up and around. Hope everyone's doing this good on this Sunday night. Just want to go on here for just a few minutes and talk about a few things coming up. Um, If you're in the chat, let me know. Say, hey, what's up? What's going on? But if you're in the chat, let me know. Say, hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, man versus slots. How you doing, man? You doing all right tonight? Hope everything's going well with you. Just wanted to get on here for a minute and just talk about a few things that's going on. Uh, Number one, I hope everyone watched April's Unplugged tonight. I know she's probably in bed already because it's late at night over here in the Central Time Zone. I know some of you West Coasters are still up. I hope y'all were all still up. Shoot, it's only like 8 o'clock there. But, y'all know that we've been through some things going on. Had some medical issues happening and stuff like that. And I just want to go in here and kind of address all that stuff. Already know the results of my tests that they ran. I still gotta wait for the doctor to call. He'll call me Tuesday, but I already know the results of it. Everything's good with me on the cancer thing. So thank goodness for that. Nini's got a back surgery coming up on March the 28th. So we got to get her. She got to go to the get blood work done tomorrow for all that for the pre-op, and I just want to get on here for a minute and say thank you to everyone for subscribing to us. Yeah, man, Versalot, everything's good with my part anyway. Well, I still got some issues going on. I still got to see some doctors and stuff. I'm still having some GI issues, and I see the GI doctor April 4th. I've been having some trouble swallowing and stuff like that, so they got to kind of get that figured out. But other than that, at least the cancer test come back negative. That's the most important thing, according to me. But Amber's got a lot of stuff wrong with her, guys. I mean, she's got some nerve damage. She's got some disc damage in her back. No, we're not close to our doctor's office. We do have some doctor's offices that are like 30 minutes from us. And her primary is right here in the same town we're in. But my primary is like an hour drive from me. and her surgery is like a 2-hour drive from us. Where I did my surgery last week is a 2-hour drive from us. We're in southeastern Oklahoma, and all these doctors are doing stuff to us or closer to Oklahoma City and things like that. So, and then her surgery is in Ardmore, Oklahoma, which is basically on like 30 minutes from Texas. But it's west of us. But all of our specialists are 2 hours or more away from us. When I see my GI doctor, he's in a little town, or not a little town. He's in a town called Duncan, which is about a 2.5 hour drive. But my primary is real high about him because of the fact that not only is he a GI specialist and all that, but he is also a guy that if there is something wrong, he can also go in there and surgically fix it. So, but hope everyone watch April's Unplugged tonight. Shout out to all y'all that's going to be doing Slot Fiesta. I know a lot of times, like during like the major chasers, people stream from their own casinos, but I think it's neat and really cool that all you guys are meeting up in Vegas to do this. Man versus Slots, I wish you were taking part of it. That'd be cool to watch, but maybe next year. But anyway, and then as you guys know, some of y'all know that Ivy Slots, he's driving a 10-hour drive from wherever he lives all the way to Vegas, and for him it's a 10-hour drive. I'm a 16-hour drive from Vegas. I know what he goes through. I'm a former truck driver. I used to drive across country, so them 16-hour trips I'm well aware of. Them 10-hour trips I'm well aware of. That's about 600 miles in one day. 10 hours is so. But I wanted to go in here for a few minutes just to give updates on everything. We're still planning on going live for you guys. Sometimes it may just be me going live if Nene can't go, because I'm a little more stable than she is at the moment. They've got me a little more fixed up at the time. And a lot of y'all know that I go live more than she does anyway, or I film more than she does. She's one that's not one that likes to get in front of the camera, and she's one that just doesn't. She likes to partake every once in a while. She partook in the 50-cent challenge. She thought that was really fun. I thank you very much for coming up with that idea, Jason. That was very cool of you. You have such good ideas. And later that night, we were going to go ahead and do a $100 low roll challenge, but I wanted to get off because I thought April's Unplugged was going on. I didn't know she had canceled it at the time. I didn't find that out until like the next day. But after our stream that night, we did actually better. We played a lot of after our stream, we played some Ultimate Fire Link. We did get on it. We played some Chicken Bonita. Played some the race car game, whatever it's called, Checkered Flag. We did really well on those. On the Chicken Bonita, we hit the triple mini like 3 times on a 50-cent bet. We never went up from the 50-cent bet. I think one of the times we hit it, it was on a $1 bet. But I enjoy going live for you guys. I would love to be able to go live more often. My local casino allows me to do it as long as I'm not like doing some kind of group pool or something. I still get weird looks when I go live because some of the people think I'm talking to myself, but is what it is. But I am trying to get another 2 more casinos on board with me going live at their casino. I got a casino that's about 35 miles from us. It's a Choctaw location as well. It's not nearly as big as Durant, but it is a really nice casino. It's over in McAllister, Oklahoma. And then next month, I'm working on trying to go live with the Casanova Slots and Jackpot Joe with Oklahoma's casino reviews up at High Winds. I've been talking to Um, Not all of them are film friendly. Um, Most of them are. Grant is. Durant is. Stringtown is. I'm trying to get McAllister on board. I don't really go over to Pensacola much. That's like right on the Arkansas border. So I don't know if they're stream friendly or not. I can talk to them later on this month or next month and find out. I've only physically been in the Pensacola location one time, and that's because me and Nenny went over there last year for one of our friends got married. She lives in Fort Smith, Arkansas. One of our friends got married, and we went over there and checked it out after their wedding on our way home. So I don't know if Pensacola and McAllister are streaming friendly. My casino is streaming friendly, and then if you're like their little gas stations, some of them, the Choctaw Nation has little gas stations called CTSs. I don't think you can film inside their gas stations. Um, where because I mean it's just basically just a small room. It might have 30 games in there. I don't think they allow you to film in their gas stations, but I do know that Durant doesn't mind. They approached me and Nenny at Durant that night. We did that 50 cent challenge, and I let them know I had permission to do it. I talk to security and management there all the time. We go there all the time, and even though I got permission to film there, the day we got there, I asked. I said, "Hey, y'all know I filmed here, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, we know who you are. We we know that you come up. Hey, 420, what's going on, man?" But what we're trying to do, one of the other reasons why I got on tonight is what we're trying to do is we're trying to get up to. We got a little over 168. I think we're at 168 subscribers. Um, and what we're wanting to do is if we can get up to 250 subscribers by the end of the next month, which is the end of April, which if I can go live, uh, it wouldn't be no problem. And what we're going to do on our 200, if we can get up to 250 subscribers, I'm going to do a special where when we go live, my wife makes these tumbler cups and she makes the shirts. She makes shirts like this. She didn't make the Scooby Doo shirt, but I was wearing a 420 shirt yesterday. She made me last year for 420, and I wore it at the Choctaw Nation because we were staying the night down there that night on 420. I wore it in there, and no one ever questioned me about it. It's pretty cool looking, but she does sublimation stuff and on cups. Here's a cup she made me. It's this one is sublimated. This one here is epoxy and all that kind of stuff, but it's one of the first cups she made. But what we're gonna do is once we get to 250 subscribers, I'll do a live special. It'll be an hour long. We'll just mix up the best. We'll do some red screens. We'll do some Ultimate Fire Link. We'll do some Dragon Links. And what we'll do is we get to 250 subscribers, I'll do a special. What we're going to do is we're going to give away a 20-ounce tumbler. It'll be a sublimation tumbler. And it can be anything you want on it. You can put your own logo on it. If you want to say man versus slots, if you want to say 420 unscripted, if you want it to say your favorite team's name, we can do all that. We have all the equipment for it. It won't be as big as this one. This is a 30 ounce. The 30 ounces are not sublimation. They're epoxy and all that stuff. So we're not going to give away an epoxy one because that one literally takes 3 or 4 days to do. A sublimation cup you can get it done within an hour. If you'll hang on just a second, I'm going to get out of the camera view and I'll show you what one of the sublimation cups looks like. Hang on. Okay, guys. My wife made this one for her sister. This is a 20-ounce tumbler. Um, it says Oklahoma State for OSU. This is what she made for her sister. So this is kind of, I mean, they're we've made Dallas Cowboy ones. We've made specialty cups where a lady, her son had passed away, and um, Amber did cups for her where she like did water, uh, the water thing on it. I don't remember what it's called exactly. I help her sometimes with the sublimation, but I don't help with the other stuff. She does the water cups and all that. Here's what the cups look like before the sublimation goes around it. So basically, what you do, I mean, they're pure white. Basically, what you do is you put the wrapping around it, and you have to like reverse the photo to where the letters come out the correct way. You know what I mean? I mean, if you just take a straight picture of it, it's going to come out on your cup where it says OSU, but it's backwards. You get what I mean? You take it and you put it on there, and you tape it up, and you have what's called a toaster oven. And the toaster oven is you set it on 400 degrees, and you put tape on it, and you put it in this saran wrap stuff, and you put tape on the picture, you saran wrap it, put it in the toaster oven, and then every 2 minutes you rotate it, which I just holler at the Alexa, and I just tell her to set a timer for 2 minutes, and she sets the timer for 2 minutes. When it goes on, you rotate it. You do that 3 times. After 6 minutes, guys, it comes out looking like this. When we get to 250 subscribers, I will do an hour live, and at the end of that hour live, I will do a number generator, and the closest person on that number generator without going over, depending on how many people's in the live stream, on how many on the number I'll go up to. If I got 200 in the stream, it'll be between 1 and 200. If we have 300 in the stream, it'll be 1 between 300. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, so what we'll do is we'll do a number generator, and the winner will get a free tumbler. You're getting basically a $25 cup for free. We'll mail it to you for free. We'll put the logo on it, whatever you want. If you want your favorite slot machine, I've even actually made a Hunt for Neptune's Gold that I gave away on our live when we were still doing Facebook Live. When I hadn't gotten YouTube Live just yet, we still hadn't been where I could do YouTube Lives. So I gave away a Hunt for Neptune's Gold tumbler cup on our Facebook Live. Yeah, slot machines art's pretty cool, but we can do anything on there you want. If you want it to say man versus slots, we can put that on there. We got a guy that owns a CBD and Kratom place. He's been talking to my wife. He's from Michigan. He's wanting us to do stickers for him, where he wants 400 stickers with his logo on it. It's called, I don't even remember the person's company name, but anyway, he wants 400 stickers, and he wants to know what we charge to do them. We haven't never done the stickers yet, but she can do the watermark. She can do whatever it's called. She can do sublimation. She can do epoxy. And if you don't want a cup, we'll be glad to do a shirt for you. The shirts we do, they're usually 50% cotton, 50% polyester. Hey, I'll win eventually. How's it going, man? Simon, how you been doing? But anyway, so we're going to do a specialty live when we get to 250 subscribers. And When we hit that mark, I'm going to do a random number generator. We'll be live at one of the casinos I play at. Man versus slots. If I can talk my son into it tomorrow, I might do one of the 50 cent challenges because we got a whole bunch of 50 cent machines over at my local. I don't have to drive all the way to Durant. Um, they got a pretty good variety of red screens there too. So the only lightning links they got is they got Tiki, they got a Chico, whatever his name is, and then they got a Heartthrob. And the only two Dragon Links that are in that casino is a uh, they've got Golden Century and Happy and Prosperous. That's the only two Dragon Links in that casino. They got a bunch of them stupid ass. Excuse my language. They got a bunch of them stupid Dragon Links. I do not like them games. I've played them twice. The two times I've played them, I've actually got into the bonus on them on a dollar bet. But I almost every time I walk through that door, guys, somebody's hit a jackpot on that machine. Um, I've only literally played it twice, and I've got a bonus both times. Um, I'm not as y'all can all tell when I give Gary crap on Man versus Slots Tuesday lives. I'm not a fan of Buffalo at all. Usually, if I play Buffalo, it is on it's on a Wonder 4. Okay, it's on a Wonder 4. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's only at McAllister, I think there's only 4 Dragon Links. They've got a Peacock Princess, and then the one that looks like Peacock Princess, but it's the Guy Spring Festival. And then they've got a Genghis Khan, and then they've got, I think it's Autumn Moon. I could be wrong. It might be the Panda one, but those two casinos don't really cater to the Dragon Links as much as there's a crap ton of them down there at Grant. I got that bank of 4 I play on, and there's a bank of 6 down there. There's a bank of 20 over in the non-smoking area, and up by the front doors, over kind of by the player's card, there's a whole row of them, about 15 or 20 of them. But those are usually pretty full. I've never actually gotten to play on those ones. Um, I think the only one I've never played is a Peace and Long Life. I just don't ever hardly ever see him in our casinos, and if I do see, like at Durant, I think they've got one, but he's always full, and our Panda Magic's always full at Durant. Um, but hopefully, I might be able to talk my son into letting us do a 50 cent challenge tomorrow. My wife's got to get up in the morning, go do blood work, and then I mean I'm not riding with her. I'm not a real big fan of the mask because of my COPD and asthma. It's kind of hard to breathe. And I mean, if they're doing blood work, there's no reason for me to ride and just sit in the car. You know what I mean? Um, so she's gonna run over and take care of that, and then Tuesday on the 28th, she's gonna have to have surgery. She's not gonna be able to drive for 6 weeks. Um, I've been released where I can drive a little bit now. Um, Guys, I was given a 70% chance that I would never be able to use my right leg again, and I'm using my right leg. So I just don't ever have a quit in me. I mean, my kids always ask me, how do you keep getting back up? I have to, man. If you stay down, you lose. That's what I always tell them. If you stay down, you lose. I'm like, whether I win in the end or not. If you stay down, you lose. You lose the battle. You know. Um, I'm here to fight to the death. I got kids and grandbabies, and but I just wanted to get on here for a few minutes and talk about you guys. Make sure you support all the channels that are going to Vegas next week at Slot Fiesta. Bradley Jones is an awesome moderator. I'm sure I'll see him a ton next weekend. I'm gonna watch as many as y'all as I can. We got one of the grandkids coming over next weekend, so I'll watch as many as I can possible. She gets kind of a lot of attention when she's down, so she likes to take over my tablet, but I do have my phone and my television I can watch them on if she ain't watching something on TV. But y'all make sure you support everyone. Ivy Slots, Man versus Slots. Guys, when I first started watching slot channels was in 2017. I didn't even know they existed. And I'm like, I wonder if anyone ever films their gameplay. And all of a sudden I get on there and there's two people on there at the time that was filming it on red screens. There was Erica Slot World and JB Elaw. That's the only two people that was filming red screens for YouTube. Everyone else was like Brian Christopher, SD Guy, and then you had there were two of the bigger channels, and I was watching Brian Christopher before he ever got to over 500,000 subscribers. He was still at the point in 2017 where he was only betting $2 or $3 a shot. He wasn't betting big money. He didn't have all these big, humongous meet and greets and big group pools and stuff. So I've been watching for 5 years, and then I started catching on to everyone's channels. And I never thought in my life I would fall in love with the people that's non-red screen, but I have like a deep, deep heart for like the Yoshis and Man versus Slots and Slot Savvy PK, Barber playing shot slots. I never thought I would get into liking the people on the West Coast because they didn't have the red screens. And truth has it, I watch a lot of Keno now. I watch Keno. I watch Brian and Michelle on Quick Cundy, Big Daddy Keno, W&J Forever, James Spencer Cash Out, and then the Yoshis are a great channel to watch. I watch a ton of the West Coast versus red screens now. I got some real big supporters in our area that watch us. Pirate Sparrow Slots, she's a real big supporter of ours. She always comments on me. She does some older school games. She does the game you guys watch me play on a 50 Cent Challenge. She does games like Roll Reels and Cool Cats. Yeah, I'm not really into table games. I win eventually. I mean, I'm not trying to like upset you or nothing. I mean, I've played blackjack a few times. Before I became a truck driver, I actually worked for Chickasaw Nation over in the went for a tribal casino. I was their gaming technician, and being a gaming technician, we also had to learn to like watch some of the tables and stuff like that, and make sure that kind of keep an eye on the dealers to make sure that things were being dealt right and things like that. Not only was I working on slot machines, we always had to have an eye on the dealers and the card games too. And I mean, I'm just not real big on playing card games. I mean, if it's video poker, yeah, sure, I'll play it. But when it's one on one with another person, I just don't think the odds are in my favor. Just my opinion. Me and Ninnies went in there at a couple places and played a couple of hands of blackjack. And me trying to teach her how to play it was making the blackjack dealer upset because I was telling her when she needed to hit and stand. And he's like, you need to let her tell me what she needs to do. I'm like, hey man, I'm coaching her. I said, we're betting $10 a shot here. I'm trying to make sure she makes a smart move. So, but we have played a couple table games. I'm more into the slots than anything. Which I'm not opposed to watching like the World Series of Poker and all that on TV, but I never thought I would ever fall in love with anything but red screens because my very first red screen game was a Mr. Moneybags, and because they're pretty much exclusive to Oklahoma, I just fell in love with it, and that was my first big hit. I was betting $1 a shot, and I hit $200. An hour later, I hit another $200. The next day, I played a little bit and won about $800, and that's basically what got me hooked on gambling. There's been times I walk in with $100 and turned it into 1,000. There's times I walk in with $100 and get it up to 500 or 600, 800 or $1,000 and blow it all back. I mean, there's just been times that it's happened. But I'm just the type of guy I like to do jackpots or bust, and that's just the way I am. Now we have an agreement that if I hit anything over $300, I cash it out and start with a fresh 20 or fresh 100. It's an agreement me and Nenny has. So because of a situation we ran into one night, I had a really big hit and I put everything back into the machine, but like $100. And when your wife won't talk to you for 2 days because you made a stupid decision like that, it's not fun, guys, especially when you're a truck driver and you're not home but 1 day a week. So y'all make sure you support everyone out there. Barber Playing Slots just got to 1,000 subscribers. I'll win eventually. You just got to 1,000 too. Was it you tonight on April's live stream that just got to 1,000, or was it someone else? And then I watched DG Production the other day play on his birthday, which is pretty cool. I've never seen any of his lives before. I've seen his videos, but never any of his lives. But y'all, we're all out here to support each other. Make sure we all support each other. We all grow. Okay, you're the one that hit the 1,000 on Monday. Hey, that's awesome, buddy. Congratulations on that. I never thought I would get over 50 subscribers on ours, to be honest with you. Make sure y'all follow my other channel too. It's Bronco Buster Keno /karaoke. I do nothing on there but Keno and karaoke songs. And that's another reason why I want to start trying to play down there at McAllister's, because my local don't have Keno, but McAllister's got 2 Keno machines down there. And I want to go down there so I can film my Keno down there so I ain't got to drive all the way to Durant to do it. Because Durant's like an hour from us and McAllister's 35 miles. The only Chickasaw Nation property that we get to film at is over at WinStar. And WinStar is the biggest casino in the world, guys. To literally walk it from point A to point B is exactly like 1.5 to almost 2 miles. If you were to go start to finish without even stopping. In my opinion, it's too big of a casino. And they'll let certain people film there. I think the way they regulate theirs is you got to have a certain amount of subscribers in order for them to let you film. But I'm trying to get rights to film at High Winds Casino. If any of y'all follow Stacia Slot Channel, y'all know Oklahoma Casino Reviews. He plays there. Hey James, how's it going, man? But I'm trying. I contacted High Winds the middle of the next month. I may be live with Jackpot Joe and Casanova Slots. Casanova Slots is another big supporter of y'all of our channel. John and Ashley are just great. They do a lot of their filming at Casanova or at Choctaw. They did surprise Stacia that one day when they went to Potawatomi with Joe on her live. And eventually one of these days, we're going to get a wild hair up our ass and we're going to head down towards the West Coast and we're going to film down there and we're going to play down there in Vegas. And then we're going to go from Vegas and we're going to meet up with Jason. We're going to meet up with the Yoshis and play at Saboba or Yamava or wherever and just eat dinner with y'all or something. And then from there, we're going to go to Colorado because I have family in Colorado. I was born in Denver. So we have family in Colorado and we're going to go to Colorado and then we're going to go from Colorado to Nebraska. I got family in Nebraska as well. And then from Nebraska, probably back home here to Oklahoma. That's possibly going to come on later on this year. We're trying to get everything out of the way, all these doctors and everything. I'm sorry this is a stream from home, guys. It's just that we got so much going on right now. That's just the way it had to be. I could have got in the car tonight and drove to my local and filmed for y'all, but I chose not to. But oh yeah, that would Man vs. Slots. You know, the very first night I watched you, I was watching you from my bedroom, and I'm like, I've never seen this guy play before, and he's on live. Let me see what he's about. And you were playing the 1,000 spin 18-cent bet Dragon Link, and I actually won uh one of your little deals where I got lucky chance spins that night. And at the time, I think you were only like a little over 200 subscribers when I watched it. And I told my wife, I said, this guy has got good ideas. Not only is he playing for us, but he is also splitting bonuses with his supporters. And that's brilliant of him to do that. I said, and it's not money, you know. I told her, I said, it's not money. I said he does it with Amazon gift cards, which is just amazing. Man vs. Slots, you wouldn't believe some of the crap we bought with the gift cards you sent us, man. We bought karaoke machines. I bought an electric blanket. I bought Nanny an ice maker. I just let it all build up over our winnings and stuff, and eventually just make big orders for it. I bought Nanny a new ice machine where we don't have to buy bags of ice no more. It's an ice machine that makes 26 pounds of ice in a 24-hour period. It spits out, it takes like 6 minutes and 9 ice cubes comes out, and it fills up this little basket. You just throw it in a deep freeze in a bag or whatever, or in the ice bucket. I've won the tripod I'm using. I've gotten it from that. I've got, let's see, what else have I gotten from there? I won a bunch of stuff, just to put it that way. Oh, the megaphone. I've got the megaphone sitting over there on the kids' table. I got it. My granddaughter likes to play with it when she comes down. But I mean, we got a good slot community, especially with some of our lower slot people. You know, if any of you guys follow Slot Lizards, I'm a member of the Slot Lizards community. You know, where your name's highlighted in green or whatever. If one of you guys can let them know that when I get on there, I told Bradley about this last night. When I'm talking on there and trying to send a message, it's showing up on my phone that it's sending, but I'm guessing they're not able to read it. I tried to send them a $2 super chat last night, and it wouldn't let me do it. So I don't know if something's happened where I'm like in a timeout in there or something, which I don't know why I'd be in a timeout because I don't do nothing but post something positive in there. But if someone could let the slot lizards know that popping any slots, anytime I try to say something to them, I think that I told my wife, I said, I guess they're just ignoring me. I said, some of the people don't even have a green deal they acknowledge, but he's never acknowledged anything I've ever said to him. So I don't know why I became a member, and then they're not even able to see any of the crap I'm doing, so it's kind of a waste of money. But anyway, Jason, man, you've got to get to 1,000 subscribers, brother. You're just too good of a person doing content not to already be at 1,000 subscribers. To this day, I still can't figure out why you're not, especially as many lives as you do or not as many, but as long as you go live. And Man vs. Slots, if you're still in here, Nanny has a question for you. She wants to know if you only play on Tuesdays when you go live. She's been asking me this for a month. She said, does he even play unless he's live? She keeps asking me if you do that. And I told her, I'm like, I don't know. I've asked him a couple times and he's never answered me. And so she wants to know if you actually play during the week without being live. So that was a question that he had. But anyway, And then what I do, I know some of you guys. Yeah, James, I don't know if it's a glitch or what, man. I tried to send him a super chat last night. Oh, okay. Well, she was just asking me, she's like, he don't like just post regular videos like we do. Like we film some play and then we post it on our YouTube channel. And she's like, I only see him when he goes live on Tuesdays. And let me tell you something, Jason. I make sure all my scheduling and shit's uh free on Tuesday evenings. Like Tuesday, I got the doctor's appointment. It's a phone call doctor's appointment. He's calling, telling me my results. Hey, Gambling Mitzi, I loved your live last night. I'm sorry that woman says some harsh things to you at the very beginning, but that's some of the shit we put up with. I've actually had some people say something to me before, and I blew up on them. Luckily, I wasn't filming when it happened. I hadn't turned the camera on yet, but you and your husband handled it like a champ. Um, I've literally watched slot bandits had to like protect someone's uh, uh, machine because somebody tried to sit down on it while there was still freaking money in it. Um, while I was at the casino on my first live, on the live you guys saw me lose that $120 ticket at, I actually had a drunk guy approach me and got mad at me because I hit on on a machine, and it was before I started filming, and he told me he should whoop my ass because I hit something and he didn't, and he was drunker than Cooter Brown. And I was in my mobility scooter. And mind you, I ride that mobility scooter all over the place, but I can still walk. And he was surprised to see me get up off that mobility scooter and grab him by his shirt collar and get up in his face. And security come over and asked what the problem was. I said, this dude said something to me while I was hitting on this machine. He was mad because I hit and he didn't. And he was pissed off and was threatening to beat me up. And he was so drunk he couldn't hardly stand up. They had to get him out of there. Gambling Mitzi, did you ever find out what the name of that game was last night? That SpongeBob game? I'm gonna look it up here in a little bit, guys. I'm not actually even watching. Usually, I got a slot going on my television, and I don't even have nothing going on my TV. Um, oh, it's called Security Time. Is that what you're saying? The name of the game is? But anyway, y'all. I know a lot of you guys, when y'all do like the major chasers and all of that, you film from your home casinos. I think it's awesome that everyone's. Yeah, it does look like SpongeBob. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube here in a little bit and find out the name of the game. Um, and I'm gonna, because I have an app on my phone where I can look on the what games that Choctaw Nation or Durant has, and I'll see if Durant's got the game, and I'll find it if it's in there. Um, but anyway, I think it's cool that everyone's going live from Vegas. And if you guys are going to Vegas, y'all be safe. They also have the part of the Sweet 16 going to be down there too. There's going to be a lot of you have some of these bad people out there when you're out on Fremont Street, they'll pick your pockets and shit like that. So it can even happen at one of the casinos. I seen one of the deals on my Facebook where River. Oh, Yoshi knows the name of it. Okay, but anyway, Riverwind Casino, which I play at sometimes, it's up close to Oklahoma City. There was a guy and a girl in there. A guy and his wife was in there playing. And I seen it on Facebook. One of the VGT groups posted it. Um, he was talking to a guy, and the guy had him distracted, and the guy's girlfriend like supposedly accidentally bumped into him, and the guy has one of these tall wallets because us us country boys usually carry these tall ass wallets, and he had it in his back pocket, and she slipped it out of his back pocket, and it had $5,000 cash in it. They have video of what the people look like, but they did not. They were not able to see the tag on their car. If there was even a tag that was on their car, it was even theirs. We don't even know that. So a guy got ripped off for $5,000, and that happened. I mean, things like that happen. I remember April saying in one of her videos one night that after she won that hand pay over at WinStar, she felt like somebody was following them back to their room. You got to be careful in these casino, guys. You got these beggars come up begging for things. I think I was watching somebody's live stream last night. Yeah, I think it was Jay's. Where someone was asking him for $5 or something like that. I think it was Slot Lizards. I think somebody come up and physically asked him for some money. But I get approached in the casinos. I got people who come up to me and say, "Hey, I'll sell you this leather jacket if you'll give me $100." Blah 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 blah. I'll sell you these earrings. But anyway, guys, Slot Fiesta's next weekend. I'm excited about watching every one of you guys going live. What makes it amazing is everyone's going to be in Vegas. Keno Nation 5 is coming up in the middle of April. If y'all haven't ever seen Keno Nation, you just type in YouTube hashtag Keno Nation. It'll give you all the Keno channels, and it'll give you Quick Handy slots, Big Daddy Keno, W&J Forever, just all of them that go. Oh yeah, yeah, and you hear stories about that gambling, Mitzi. I mean, how they're stranded or whatever. I've even had a buddy's or they're not married anymore. I've had a buddy, his ex-wife, actually asked me for some money one night in the casino because she saw us hit something big. Um, but and she had already went through all her money or whatever. So, but anyway, I mean, you just have. Yeah, 420. He's a trooper, man. He's got that time machine. He's probably over on the West Coast right now. Probably fixing to fly back to Michigan. But anyway, if any of y'all are following the Sweet 16 or the NCAA tournament, I guess you can pretty much say I'm out of it. The team I picked got put out last night. I picked Kansas to win it. And the reason why I picked Kansas to win it is because their head coach hadn't been there. He had some heart problems, and I figured that this team would be out for vengeance. Um, so I kind of thought they would run the table on everybody, and they didn't. They got beat by Arkansas. But anyway, I've been on for almost an hour. I just wanted to get on here and say hi. When we get to 250 subscribers, we are giving away a 20-ounce tumbler cup. This is what it looks like before you put the picture on it. And this isn't the picture you're going to get unless you want it. And this is what it looks like afterwards. We're going to give away a 20-ounce tumbler cup. And if you don't want a tumbler cup, we'll make a t-shirt for you. It can say whatever you want on it. If you want your channel's name on there, we'll make it for you. If you want it to have your favorite ice cream on it, we'll put your favorite ice cream on it. If you want to say Snickers, we'll put Snickers on there. We'll put a Harley Davidson on there, whatever. I mean, if you want it, we have all the trademarks for all that. We gave away a tumbler cup when I wasn't at 56, when I wasn't able to go live on YouTube. I did do a live because we were doing a specialty live with the Hunt for Neptune's Gold. I made a Hunt for Neptune's Gold cup, and I gave it away live on Facebook to a lady that lives in Arkansas. Our Facebook channel has over 1,000 subscribers. Anything, I don't really go live on Facebook anymore. I try to keep everything live on YouTube. And when after my YouTube live, what I do is I just send the video over to Facebook and try to get more subscribers from Facebook to come to YouTube. Oh yeah, you can always use a Tumblr. Gambling Missy, this one's mine. This is one of the first ones Nene made. This isn't sublimation. This is epoxy. This takes like 3 days to do because of the way she has to do it. But it says pop pop on it. But that's a 30-ounce tumbler. That one won't be free. If you want that one's $35. That's just the way it is. The tumbler, the 20 ounces, we don't mind giving away for prizes every now and then. And then my son's got a 30-ounce tumbler. His says Rebel. And then I got a kid that when his mom makes tumblers and they haven't sold yet, he'll buy them from her, and he don't use them to drink out of. He sets them up on his like shelf up there where his cabinets are. So he collects the tumbler cups. He's never physically drank out of any of them he's ever bought. He just buys them off his mom. I'm like, why do you buy them off of your mom? We'll make you one if you want one. And he's like, oh, they're so cool looking, and she done said y'all work so hard on it, and you know, just because I'm family don't mean I shouldn't have to pay for things, you know. And I agree with him. You know, if I ran a restaurant, I'm not going to let my family come in and eat for free. I'm going to charge them. I might even double charge them. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, she can do specialties. I mean, if you want like a picture of you and your kids, she's done that. If you'll follow her page, it's called Nene's Custom Designs on Facebook. You can see some of the work she's done. Most of the talking in it is usually done by me. My wife doesn't like to get in front of the camera very much. She's very camera shy, which is kind of odd because of the fact she used to be a spokesman for a phone company, for a cell phone company. When you had a problem with your cell phone, she was, hang on a second, and on my tablet, I'm under my Bronco Buster. Make sure y'all follow my Bronco Buster Keno and Karaoke. It's called Nene's Custom Design. I just typed it in the chat, guys. And then we also have a channel on Facebook. It's called Pop Pop and Any Slots. And on there, our last name is Gill. So on there, you'll see it. It'll say a lot of the posts on there. It'll say Pop Pop Gill. But anyway, and then my wife and my son is who designed her channel on Facebook. And I mean, she can do anything, guys. She got a computer over there. I mean, it's got Disney stuff. It's got, my son made when the Rams won the Super Bowl, not this year, but the year before, he did a 20-ounce tumbler cup of the Los Angeles Rams. We've made Harley Davidson cups, Spider-Man Snickers. You just have to get on that deal and see it. I made a Walking Dead cup one day. No one knew I was making it. Nene was working and my son was doing his own little thing. And I made a Walking Dead cup of Negan, and it turned out freaking awesome. That didn't last very long once I posted it. Once I posted that it was for sale, somebody jumped on it like that quick. So that was bought, I think that was bought by one of our friends in Arkansas. And by the way, Gambling Mitzi, I looked up the Coshada casino last night after your live, and I'm actually only like 6 hours away from there. So one of these days I may end up down that way. You just never know with me and any. I used to be a truck driver, and when I used to get home, sometimes we go on these road trips. And even though I already worked all week and drove the truck all across the United States, we'd load an ice chest full of soda pop and stuff like that, and snacks. Sorry, I got an update from by ESPN. Somebody eliminated somebody. But anyway, and my kids always pack clothes because I was just the kind of guy. We'd load some clothes up and ice chest full of pop, and at the time I still drank. Or an ice chest full of beer and pop and snacks, and um, we would go down and check out. We just back road all over Oklahoma and Texas, and sometimes we ended up in Kansas. Sometimes we end up in western side of Texas. Sometimes we end up in Arkansas. Sometimes we ended up down by the coast of Texas. We just because my daughter always said, "Y'all make sure y'all pack bags because we don't ever know if we're coming home tonight or not." Because sometimes we just drive around for 5 or 6 hours and find a spot that's got an open pool at a hotel and go in and rent a room. And but those were some fun times. But I just celebrated on Tuesday, so this past Tuesday. I celebrated 6 years of being sober from alcohol. That was a tough battle. If you guys ever knew me when I was a drinker, I wasn't a mean drunk. I was a very, very, very lovable drunk. Um, every day of the week, being a truck driver, especially being tough, I could put down a 30 pack of beer and a pint of whiskey every day of the week, 7 days a week. Didn't make a shit what day, what the occasion was, Christmas, vacation, um, Valentine's, Halloween, birthdays, funerals. It wasn't nothing for me to put down a 30 pack of beer and a pint of whiskey every day of the week. And so I basically live off of hot dogs and water because during the day I drink water while I was at work. And when I got off that night, I'd go straight to beer. And I was like that for many, many years. And one night I told my wife, I was like, I want to get away from this lifestyle. I'm starting to get worse at it. I'm starting to get you start getting the DTs where your hands start shaking, and um, you just have bad relapses and stuff like that if it's not in your system. Kind of like if you're on bad drugs or something like that. So I just celebrated being 6 years clean off alcohol. I had no relapses. No one of my family except my wife and kids gave me any hope, guys. My whole family was against me on it. They're like, "Nah, we give him 30 to 90 days, and he'll be back on the juice." We just don't give him any support at all, and I beat all the odds. I mean, it don't bother me to be around it. So if I'm ever around you guys and you guys are drinking or whatever, your Tokyo teas, your Long Island iced teas, if you're drinking your beer, if you're drinking tequila shots, it don't affect me. It don't bother me. I'm a I'm a Dr. Pepper guy. I drink my Dr. Pepper and my bottled waters. I drink bottled waters and Dr. Pepper and Gatorades. So I just want to get on here and say I hope everyone has a good luck at Slot Fiesta. And I hope you guys all continue following us. And I want to get us to 250 subscribers so we can do a 250 subscriber uh, giveaway where we're giving away a 20-ounce cup. And your 20-ounce cup can have any design on it you want. If you want your channel on there, we'll put your channel on there. Nenny's very amazing at doing things. Like I told you previously in the video, uh, a lady, her son died. Um, she did some what's called wood stain cups for her, where she did water slides on the cups, and it had his name and and he was a fireman. It had his fireman badge number on it. Um, She made it for one for his mother, one for and a couple for his siblings or whatever. She's very good at doing these cups and these shirts. Normally, nine out of 10 times, if it's a shirt that gets made, I make them. Um, I just like to do the shirts for some reason. I don't know why, but I just like to do the shirts for some reason. But if you want a tumbler after the number generator's done, let me know, or we'll do a T-shirt for you if you want a T-shirt that has your channel on there, or if you want to say your favorite slogan or whatever, because our slogan's gonna be and always will be from Pop Pop in Any Slots. You can't win if you don't spin. So I mean that's just straight up. And Sister Yoshi and Man versus Slots have all been proof you do not have to bet big to win big. I was sit there and watch Jason hit the major that night on a 50-cent bet. He had a damn jackpot hand pay with him and Gary. They split one for 1,500 bucks, on a 36-cent bet. You do not have to bet big to win big. But guys, I'm gonna let you go. I've been going for over an hour, and I appreciate everyone. As soon as this video is over, it usually goes to a private deal, and I have to get in my YouTube studio and upload it. And Gambling Mitzi, man, you were betting what $1.60 last night, and you were hitting pretty good too on that SpongeBob game. But y'all have a safe week. I might be able to go live for y'all tomorrow. I'll talk to my son about it tomorrow after Nenny's done with her doctor's appointment. And I may see y'all tomorrow night live from our local casino. And it'll be the 50-cent challenge, the 250 spin challenge. I wish they had some Ultimate Fire links there, but they only got that bank that has four of them on there, and minimum bet's $1.50. So, Pop and Nenny slogan. Subscribe to our Bronco Buster channel too. On the Keno and Karaoke. You cannot win if you do not spin. Y'all have a good night. Later on.